This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Get your sun power.
This is the 7 a.m. Barbados Today update for Monday, March 17th, 2014. I'm Dawn Paris. A suggestion that Barbados may be preventing more airlines from spreading their wings across the region. It's coming from Grenada's Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, who's calling on his Barbadian counterparts to ease restrictions. Although he didn't name any specific airline, Dr. Mitchell raised concerns that while some carriers are anxious to expand, they can't do so without the necessary licensing support from Barbados.
I would like to see an open skies situation that other airlines be given the opportunity to fly into Barbados, and that we should not be putting anything in the way of an additional transport throughout parts of the region to Barbados and, of course, the other parts of the Caribbean. There have been interest shown over the period, and there have been some what appears to be not the kind of cooperation or initiative taken by Barbados to provide support for licensing. So I think that is affecting to some extent other institutions, airlines that might be thinking of initiating some transport through the region. Because Barbados is almost seen as a hub. The U.S. Embassy and other major institutions are here who serve the Eastern Caribbean. So clearly, the Barbados, whatever happens to transporting to and from Barbados from the other islands certainly would affect the citizens of the country in a very serious way.
More social workers are needed in schools to help tackle the problems facing students. The view of President of the Barbados Association of Professional Social Workers, Bertram Bispham. He says while psychologists and guidance counselors have their roles to play, social workers have a more holistic approach to addressing the challenges.
You need social workers in the schools in Barbados to work not only with the students but to work with the families, because sometimes the problem may not be just the students. Sometimes it might be the family might need help, right? But you're only looking at the students. I can tell you stories I've heard, but sure, so I can't use that word. Stories I've heard from people and teachers just talk about situations they encounter. But the teachers aren't trained for that.
Bispham was speaking after a service at the St. Luke's Church yesterday to mark World Social Work Day, which is celebrated on Tuesday. The reopened and refurbished Almond Beach Resort is going after the Americans. General Manager Craig Smith says Almond is making a concerted effort to lure more than just the English.
Most of our market has been UK market. I think the sales and marketing team is now going extensively into the US to try and attract more US. What's interesting though is that we have a lot of Canadian business.
Meantime, Rod Weatherhead, Managing Director of Sun Group Hotels, Almond Beach Resort's parent company, spoke to Barbados Today about plans for the property.
We have opened a large amount of rooms to carry us through the summer based on demand for the winter. If we can open more rooms, we will do that. In the interim, between now and the next winter, we're going to refine exactly what we deliver, the standards of service and the level of quality hotel that we can deliver, systems to control the operational aspect of it.
No charges yet laid against the man in custody in connection with the death of 28-year-old Guyanese national Onika Gulliver. She was found dead on Friday, 3 days after being reported missing. Meantime, lawmen are still trying to find the persons responsible for shooting 33-year-old Canadian visitor Jonathan Hubble last Wednesday night. In sports, West Indies captain Darren Sammy arrived in Bangladesh yesterday full of confidence that his team is capable of retaining their ICC World T20 title. In fact, he's suggesting it could be a Windies double, as he believes the West Indies women's team will also bring glory to the people of the region. Sammy was speaking to the members of the media shortly after arriving in Dhaka, where his team will play all their matches. The women's tournament will be played alongside the men's tournament.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Haitian Sun Power.
In regional news, the juror in the Vibes cartel murder trial who allegedly tried to get other jurors to change their verdict to not guilty has been formally charged. 50-year-old Livingston Kane, a football coach, will appear in court tomorrow, faced with 5 counts of attempting to pervert the course of justice and conspiracy to prevent the course of justice. He was arrested at court last Thursday, shortly after the 10-1 guilty verdict was handed down in the keenly watched cartel trial. Internationally now, in a move to tackle dangerous levels of air pollution, the French government is limiting car use in the capital, Paris. From today, drivers will only be able to use their vehicles every other day. The government made the decision after air pollution exceeded safe levels for 5 days running in Paris and surrounding areas. This is only the second time since 1997 that such a restriction has been enforced. And that's where we end the 7 a.m. update. Join us again at noon. Until then, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb, subscribe to our e-paper, and also like us on Facebook, and you can get more news and sports. I'm Dawn Paris. Have a great day.
This news update is brought to you by...
Hi, I'm Red Plastic Bag. Anyone who knows me knows I don't like cold. Sunshine reigns in my country. I love it.
Haitian Sun Power.